That, and we continue to follow breaking developments in Amherst Township. A small house fire leads to a shocking, tragic discovery.
The bodies of a mother and her 9-year-old son inside. First at 4, Brittany Ware has been covering this story all day. She spoke to a neighbor who just couldn't believe what happened on his street.
And Brian, the whole community here in Amherst Township is just in disbelief and upset about the tragic discovery here this morning. Amherst firefighters responding to a small fire here at this home on Broadway Street. However, when they entered one of the bedrooms, they found a mother and her young son dead. The Lorain County Sheriff's Office says they believe this is a murder-suicide.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's horrible. I just can't understand what would happen.
Amherst firefighters received a call for a house fire on Broadway Street, but as they were battling the blaze, they discovered 2 bodies in a bedroom, a mom and her 9-year-old son. John Fisher, who lives right across the street, says he and his wife saw smoke coming out of the front door of the home.
And the police and everything were over here, and smoke was pouring out of the house. They said she was all right, but we just didn't know.
John says he would see the mom and her son playing in the yard.
We just say hi to her. We go over and talk to her, and real normal. Nothing. She'd have friends over and her family over.
Captain Van Sant with Lorain County Sheriff's Office said they are currently going through all the evidence they recovered at the house.
A tragic situation for everyone involved, including the school. We're also getting resources for our officers, our men and women that were on scene, because it's hard for everybody to see a child in this situation.
John says he and his neighbors are trying to make sense of this tragedy.
I can't describe what I feel right now.
And Captain Van Sant says that the child's father is from out of state but has been notified. He also shared that Child Protective Services has had a couple of visits to this home, but nothing that the Sheriff's Office has had to get involved with. We've also noticed that a couple of families have been laying some stuffed animals out here for a memorial for this child. We'll have more updates coming up for you later at 5. Live in Amherst Township, Brittany Weir, 19 News.
Brittany, thank you. And this story so tragic, leaving so many people hurting. 19 News will continue bringing you coverage everywhere at 5. We're going to have reaction from the school district where the young victim went to school, a 3rd grader, we understand. Look for updates on our digital platforms.